There are friends who celebrate your joy, and then there are friends who quietly feed on chaos. Linda learned the difference the hard way. Linda had always believed that trust was built through closeness, and by that measure, Nancy felt like a true friend. They worked together, shared lunch breaks, laughed over office frustrations, and confided in each other when work got overwhelming. Nancy was the only colleague who knew where Linda lived. She had met her children, sat in her living room, and shared tea with her family. To Linda, that kind of access meant loyalty. She thought whatever they talked about stayed between them. Nancy had a habit, though, one Linda noticed but never questioned deeply. She would call Linda and casually ask about other colleagues. "So, how is Peter doing in his new department? Don't tell anyone I asked, but what do people say about Anne?" And always, without fail, she would add, "Please don't tell them. Let it stay between us." Sometimes Nancy would offer gossip in return, small stories, whispered confessions, half-truths about people at work. Linda didn't spread them. She didn't repeat them. She assumed that was the unspoken rule of their friendship. Until one day, that illusion shattered. Nancy called Linda, curious as usual. This time she asked about David, a colleague Linda no longer worked with directly. "You're still in touch with people in his department," Nancy said. "What do they say about him these days?" Linda hesitated, then casually mentioned what she had heard others say. Not facts, not accusations, just workplace hearsay, the kind people exchange without malice. She didn't think much of it. A few days later, Linda noticed a shift. David was cold, avoidant. His greetings were stiff. When he finally spoke, his words stunned her. "I know what you said about me," he told her quietly, "and I know you said it to Nancy." Linda felt the ground tilt beneath her. Not only had Nancy repeated the conversation, she had mentioned Linda by name. The betrayal cut deep. Linda had protected Nancy's secrets countless times. She had never once exposed her. And yet, when it came to Linda, discretion vanished. Loyalty evaporated. As Linda tried to process the shock, something else surfaced in her memory, an incident she had ignored at the time but now saw clearly. Months earlier, Nancy had spread a rumor about another colleague, Sarah. She told people that Sarah was secretly dating their boss, Mr. Kamau. The gossip spread quickly, poisoning perceptions and humiliating Sarah. Sarah was devastated. She had considered escalating the matter to the director, ready to defend her integrity. Luckily, wiser heads intervened, and the issue was quietly brushed off before it caused irreversible damage. At the time, Linda thought that was careless. Now she realized it was a pattern. Nancy wasn't careless, she was calculated. She collected information, twisted it, released it when convenient, and stepped back to watch the confusion unfold. She positioned herself as the listener, the confidant, the safe friend, while quietly lighting fires and walking away from the smoke. Linda understood something painful but necessary. Not everyone who listens cares. Some people listen to store ammunition. Nancy delighted in trouble, as long as it wasn't hers. The realization hurt more than the betrayal itself. Linda felt exposed, vulnerable. She had let someone too close without checking their intentions. The fact that Nancy knew her home, her children, her family, it suddenly felt dangerous. Trust, Linda learned, is not about proximity, it's about character. Linda didn't confront Nancy dramatically. She didn't argue, she didn't explain. Linda simply pulled back. Conversations became surface level, calls went unanswered, information stopped flowing. And with that distance came peace. Now Linda understood that some friendships are not meant to be fixed, only ended, quietly, safely, without announcement. Because not every person who calls you a friend is rooting for your well-being. Some are just waiting for the next story to tell.
If you love real-life stories like this, hit subscribe, like, comment, and let's keep walking through these journeys together.